Like their switch was less natural. They had to change roles around a little. Both roster moves have the potential to be quite successful for these two teams.
Less than a minute into live action, and they are already tantalizingly close to this bomb site. As ROU projectors go, Ashen drops. Baby Shark is the first one dead. Wildcard cleaning up, but then immediately M80 answers back. To a 2v2 they go. Hot and cold, flushed out of his position by Bay. A stalemate now, a 2v2 with over a minute and a half to go. This is good stuff.
Yeah, this is exciting. I mean, now we're in this 2v2 spot. How do we adapt for Wildcard? The rush didn't get what you were hoping for. It's a nice swing from Gunner, gives them the man advantage, puts the IGL into a 1v2. This is very difficult to win on the blitz. Spiker will have to go big now. Knows seemingly the last two positions, knows there's players around horse, but can't win the fight. Kind of bandit tricking, but deciding they don't need it, getting more value out of this Blackbeard to be able to clear through that north side of the map, set themselves up pretty nicely to go for this push. If he can get himself into a plant spot, that could have been big, but the Fuser just crawls through to take him down.
What is happening in this match? I mean, theatrics, obviously, but we expected that. Kansan's got a couple silhouettes that are just out of reach. Almost dies in that position. Hot and cold now on the board, shredding through Agent 94. Baby Shark will die shortly thereafter. M80 through these mid-rounds. They seem to thrive in the chaos. They get all the right reads. They win all the gun duels.
Or the defense. Curious if Wildcard will have much pressure up above. They did bring a ram, but this is going very horizontal, and it's a beauty shot from Adrian, which rips the head off of Gavin. Start us off strong with a one-man lead. Now we start to see that vert pressure from up above. It's pretty solo from Baby Shark, trying to cause some distractions as his team hits towards the site.
On cold levels things out yet again, and there's M80 once more. It's Gavin using the Wildcard trail by one.
Yeah, it's so awkward though if you don't have control of medbay. Gunner just sitting inside of there, being able to hold things down. Spiker equalizes, taking down Hot and Cold, so that things maybe bodes well for the attackers. The positioning I still like from M80, but with 30 seconds left, Wildcard could have an explosive execute to finish us off.
Baby Shark's been having a bit of a rough stage. This is the time where he needs to come alive along with the rest of the team. He was instrumental in their LAN runs. Down goes Kansan at the hands of Ashen. So Baby Shark will need to do even more. He won't get it done. Ashen with 2, Diffuser the final kill.
Whether it's them trying to bait out movements from SSG or from M80.
No, you don't get the rep. Okay, that's great. Okay, whatever.
I laughed.
It was very funny. It was a very funny play.
I laughed.
The next one up. Leaning in real life while trying to deal with the pillar in front of him. Hot and cold, gunning down Baby Shark. Wildcard. Absolutely. Spiker will already be in a position where he's relying on 2 players to contend with 5, so it'll be a really tough spot for them. Bay makes it a little bit more winnable. Down goes Gunner, and 30 seconds off. 30 seconds remain on the clock. They have to jet off. Nitrocell will go out to finish up what remains of Bay. Kansan dies, and Spiker is shortly thereafter.
It could end up being really devastating.
Kansan now taking some damage. Wildcard will strike first. They've done that a couple times so far. It's never netted in a round win, so they're hoping that their fortunes change this time. Ashen gone, now Bay will follow, so neither team with a big advantage. Credit to M80 for being able to trade this one right back. Gavin swings! Oh, he almost had one on a Kansan, but Kansan can now level up in this position, very quickly finding himself in a 1v2. These teams come to blows, and then everybody dies, Jesse, all at the same moment. Impossible for us to talk about it. With the final kill, M80 secure. Not visible from the destruction that's been done from the attackers up top. Now logic bombs will go off to enable and help them here. Kansan suffering some serious damage. Bay dies, and Spiker seemed to hesitate as he watched him drop to his death right in front. Baby Shark will get his first kill. He and Adrian moments ago gets to try and find. Now on over to Adrian as he gets ever closer. Ashen sitting like a target dummy inside the oven. We kept him in there for a little too long. Adrian dies at the hands of Hot and Cold. So does Baby Shark. Okay. Not today, he said.
Really, what's hindering Spiker in particular is that he is taking on information relayed. Now he's taking in information, which on one side, that
Question. The shotgun doesn't quite find its mark though, Parker, and Gunner will escape with all his HP.
Oh, Ashen gunning down Spiker. Hot and Cold needs to be retrieved. There goes Bay. In a hurry, things falling apart for Wildcard, so M80 showing their teeth. Hot and Cold does get finished off by Adrian. That Nitro Cell would have claimed.
Oh, they've got players in New Tower. There's information strong on the side of Wildcard, but they have to take a fight to get this man count back to even.
Gavin has a really good read on this. Baby Shark exposes a bit too much of himself. This might be the ball game as Adrian gets active over towards those tower stairs, now running for the bed. Not quite tucked in just yet, but bedtime fast approaching for them. Kansan on the board now. Diffuser goes down. M80's lead still holding strong. They've got one more player. If Ashen attempts to get the defuse kit down, as he is, they just need to cover. He gets picked off by Adrian, though, so poor coverage on the side of M80. Will either of these two remaining players attempt the defuse? No. Kansan shredding Gavin. Gunner almost punished him for that. Gunner flicking over. Caught in a crossfire. Wildcard will not go without a round.
Down there. Diffuser gets the main breach opened up, and wow, here's that information coming into practice. The Echo just playing on the site and able to get cleaned up from below. Perfect coordination. The drone
here for M80 to ultimately bottle it, despite having a numbers advantage. They find themselves in familiar territory, and with over a minute to go, Hot and Cold's getting the diffuser down. Wildcard reduced to just 3 players. Nitrocell goes out to no avail. Baby Shark dies as well, and in the post-plant, M80 just needs to find 2 souls. Bay and Spiker now working together. Bay's taken down 1, still 4 more to find, but the timer will be a bigger impediment. They need to be quick here. A good swing from Spiker, but a cleanup from M80. Send
and end this right now. They know a spot in the major is just 2 best of 3s away, and it feels like that time is getting ever closer.
Yeah, it really looks like this is the, we were talking about, is M80 as strong as they once were? I mean, map 1, it was definitely a good showing. I mean, the fundamentally, the way that their strategy works is they're bringing so much utility that sometimes, you know, weaker players might be
2-0 since the season began, and Ashen joins the roster, beating both 1 of 30 and Shopify Rebellion. No doubt about that, but you still have to be feeling confident if you're in the lime green today. Where it has to start. This top floor clear, of course, will come underway from M80. I like the tools they brought for this, but it's the peek through the window. Adrian, yet another opening frag in this.
But ultimately a great start, and more importantly, you take out the Capitao. This is a critical operator for making space. Adrian will take down Gavin now. His second kill as a Nitro Cell goes out. Gunner on the board, Diffuser 2, Kansan in on the fun. Half of the server gone.
Play for Gunner. He's in a plant spot if he wants it.
He's got Diffuse Kit, he just needs the correct read. Might find some salvation here. Diffuser good enough to trade off 1. That means that Gunner will have absolutely no coverage. And sound the alarm bells. Wildcard getting in mighty close. Kansan hitting him. Gunner manages to get away, but he doesn't see Spiker over on reading door. Good coordination by Wildcard. Very M80-like on Fortress. And Wildcard get a much needed round to start off this map.
Yeah, again, despite the information advantage that M80 had, there were just hands in position, also locking down VIP. With that 2-player position inside of that room, it could be a bit devastating if M80 don't clear it.
And they'll get the leadoff pick now. Baby Shark gone. Baby Shark had a really tough first map. He won't have much of an opportunity to change things around. Adrian, sensational. Spiker as well. Great in the clutch in the previous round. And he's doing some mighty big work here. 20 seconds to go. Ashen in the bomb site. Nobody on M80 has that defuse kit. It will need to be retrieved, and it is being camped by Wildcard. Great structure from this Wildcard defense. Sputtering on the side of M80, but Gunner's now made it winnable. 10 seconds for him to find Spiker. I like the odds of the shotgun in the hands of the smoke. Gunner needs to pick this one, so right. And he runs out of time right as Spiker seals the deal.
Well, not an operator we've seen him play on this map since the season began, so could be something that isn't expected by a Wildcard. With the Ram in already top floor, they're going fast with it, Parker.
Yeah, they've decided to go a breakneck pace. I like this. Off to the races they go. Great read by Gavin through the wall. It allows Ashen to move up with impunity. He just needs to be wary of what happens over towards White Stairs. Adrian was integral in the first moments of this round, gaining so much intel, and there's still potential for him here as he shreds Gunner and will now try to buy time against the Blitz.
Before there was some hope to play around, so the time was see a bit of bounce back here on map 2. A lot of that's been driven by the captain. Spiker now 6-1. The lone roamer below the bomb site, not being addressed much by M80 as they just focus on this top floor, but it's a long shot from Bay. Another early death from Hot and Cold will do them well, and Bay's good enough for 2, finding Ashen to put them in a 4v3.
Still locked in on this top floor bomb site. It is a mid-clear upward push for the attackers. Spiker wanders. Really good patience here from Gunnar. He spotted 2 targets. Hits a goo mine, manages to get one. He knows that the jig is up. Still taking damage from that mine. Sees another inside a back bar. He's got information. He'll have to stop at some point to pull this out. All the while relying on M80 to cover him. Diffuser bottles that one and allows Baby Shark into this series. Diffuser going down. Kansan hoping to stop it. He will not succeed. Gunnar and Gavin now as the last 2. Baby Shark's been dropped, so Kansan will have to do it all himself. I don't think he can retrieve his teammates, so Kansan will need to swing. He's hoping for somebody on the side of M80 to move. He's got a read on one over towards Cocktail. This is a rough spot for him to be in. He outduels the Dokkaebi. Time running out. If you're Gavin, all you have to do is survive. Play the long game, but Gavin gives him the gears.
Hatch with potential to toss that up for an early pick if they get ballsy dropping that hatch. It's a run out instead and hits the air jab. Ooh. Adrian goes flying and
Diffuse kit being planted by Hot and Cold. Ashen is here to protect. Looking over towards Fireplace. A beautiful shot by Baby Shark. My God. Gavin gets sent to the afterlife on that one. Sitting on that skylight is such a strong position, and he just could not contend. Hot and Cold eliminating Spiker. That's probably target number 1. M80 looking for the win on this round. Diffuser at the halfway point, a 3v3. As now finally we see M80 head back to the bomb site. Baby Shark almost takes him down. Kansan gets one. Ashen a double for his 3rd on the round. Make it a 4th. M80 taken over by Whiskey, and there you go. You got a good read of where they are all positioned, spread out, so he will have a read as to where these attackers are coming from. The lineup, though, is good. Kansan dies. He will have to govern those yokais from the afterlife. Spiker finds his 2nd kill. Bay on the board now, too. Bay inside a bakery. He's last man standing. He's taken down Gunnar in the gunfight, so Gavin could try to get his teammate up, or he might just go for kills. They surely have a read on Bay's position, but that read gone after 5 seconds. Bay is lined up, playing this pixel angle on the B bomb site. He's given himself away, re-engaging. Gavin won the engagement earlier. He's trying to get up the Dokkaebi, almost plants the defuse kit. Out goes the pocket impact, but Gavin still wins it.
Positions where you're like, yeah, Gunnar walking up the white stairs. Yeah, Gavin's in a 1v1 to it. Gunnar doesn't get a 3K and help clutch the round out, you know?
There's also plenty of pressure up above that they would like to alleviate, so different goals from these players as they start to pressure the top floor.
It's an awful lot of damage done to Kansan, by the way, and now Bay will fall by the wayside. A run out through the door. Adrian gets it. He was expecting a jump out on top of white.
Threats they got to worry about. Ashen at the bottom of red. You've got Diffuser and Hot and Cold lurking around the site as well.
Oh, Ashen, a missed opportunity. He thought he had one on the run, finished off by Baby Shark, who's getting better the more he settles into this match. It is hard to attack, so the fact that he's able to thrive in this position, kudos to him. Hot and Diffuser, the last 2 for M80 now, 10 seconds to go. Down goes Adrian, the drop from Spiker. He's all by himself. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. You just gotta hide if you're M80. Excellent final round for M80. Hot and Cold decides to go for the ego peek yet again. Might be just enough to conceal their drop. Knocked off of the yokais as the Echo as Echo gets knocked off because of that logic bomb. And now Baby Shark will contest with Gavin. It's an ugly fight. He loses a lot of HP in the process, but he walks away with the victory. He and Adrian punished, both down but not out, as Diffuser has a great read, an incredible cross, doing so much damage in the process. Kansan on a shred of HP. Spiker will need to retrieve his teammates unless Kansan can do it, but Spiker is in the middle of the bomb site. He's completely alone. Yokai drone skirting in front of him. Sets of eyes now trained in his direction from the remaining M80 players still upright. Kansan trying to sneak his way in under the cover of darkness. Will he be able to get these players back? Both Adrian and Baby Shark are in recoverable positions, but Kansan knows that Diffuser is lurking somewhere nearby. He finds Ashen, time running out. He has no choice but to watch as the Yokai drone is shot. Diffuse kit going down. Does Spiker pull it off? Diffuser walking in. Kansan blocking them out. Hot and Cold will need to clutch. This is completely turned on its head, and Houghton will get finished off by Kansan.
Kansan saving things on a sliver of HP.
Breach. The X-Kairos is far and away the best hard breaching tool for long range. You are easily the safest that you can be, but You still have to expose yourself for just a period of time. Adrian dies, Ashen follows shortly thereafter. I feel like we've said this about 4 times in this particular series. So he was only able to use 2. If that's correct, that is quite devastating for Wildcard. Gunner takes down 1. Hot and Cold gets beaten by Bay. Bay was looking for another, but there is a fade away from M80 as now Spiker swings into the building. Spiker holding that defuse kit, looking to break double digits as he hunts down, along with his teammate, the 3 remaining players of M80. Not a lot of time to work with, Jesse. Only 40 seconds here. They might get another. Oh! Bay almost losing that engagement to Diffuser. 1 HP for Bay. Gavin goes for broke. Wins the engagement. Spiker in hot pursuit now, swinging towards the A bomb site, but he's running out of time. 20 seconds on the clock. Diffuse kit at the halfway point. Falls off, expecting M80 to be aggressive. Gunner wins the duel. And
but the information remains. The C4 tossed off of it, but Spiker is able to survive. Bay shoots the Nitro too and can start this plant.
Oh, he's getting it down. Nobody's really watching. Bay from afar. He's good enough. They've lost it though. Spiker died. A devastating kill. Not enough coverage from Bay. They've still been able to find their licks here, Jesse, as they work through these M80 players. Objective be damned. The guns are doing what they need to do. This reinforces the point I was just making about how you just need to win your engagements. Worried about the Dokkaebi hack. Gunner will take out some intel, then take out Adrian shortly thereafter. He's just playing these pixel angles. He doesn't have a lot of information, needs to be worried about that upstairs control. He hears somebody crawling around on the red stairs, 2 of them, in fact. Logic Bomb will give his position away. An ankle biter. Gunner is shooting at the shins of multiple.
Air jab, he stalled at least momentarily. The Logic Bomb comes out, so does the Snake, and the top floor will begin to get cleared.
And down goes Diffuser. Bay playing with all the confidence in the world now as he's got that ROU project. I mean, hey, if you ever play on the top floor of Cafe, ooh, a nice read. You know that people can easily hot drop there, and you always have to be a little concerned. Gunner dies at the hands of Spiker. This is really just a fascinating one. Could he get the follow-up on Ashen? Gavin now dies here, and Wildcard in excellent position. We are looking at overtime. Map 3 becoming far more likely as every second ticks by. I don't know how I feel about an M80 clutch here. I don't even know if I could feel a single kill because those cluster charges have gone off. Not a lot much has happened. This is a very slow-paced round. Finally, we see Logic Bombs. It's got this M80 defense on the move, and Gunner hits Bay in a beautiful shot. He thinks otherwise, though. He should have not doubted himself. 3 kills for M80, answered back immediately by 2 from Wildcard. The Buck within range. They double up on him. Excellent coordination from Wildcard. Read so well. Kansan loses a lot of HP in the process. But when you rest your hopes on Kansan and Adrian, good things tend to happen. 3 kills for Adrian now, and Diffuser playing the long game, quite literally far back with the DMR in hand. Will have to clutch. They've given his position away. Diffuser getting planted by Kansan. Adrian is on the ground. Is Diffuser expecting this? Yes, he is. Can he do anything about Kansan in this position? No! Oh my word! M80's playing a little bit scared, almost like the pressure is getting to them, which for a team that has won a major is an insane thing to say. This isn't even do or die. A bit of an issue for Ashen as he gets the read down in reading room. Baby Shark on the board. Gunner trades 1 out. There's Ashen, but he's traded out by Baby Shark again. Wildcard, get it done and send us to map 3.
Thankfully that Kansan was there. He was able to clutch up. But the fact that they were able to consistently clutch those basement rounds not only was a guaranteed round win for Wildcard, but it also, like you said, was taking away from M80's mental. And that was the biggest factor. Winning those rounds was showing the weakness from M80. It was flustering them, frustrating them, putting them in a...
Technically still defending major champions because SI is not a major. Done as well domestically as they've done internationally. This one's going to be a dogfight, Jesse.
Yeah, it's incredible. Here inside of library entrance, Diffuser on the stairs trying to support. While these dread mines will keep him safe. If they try to push down through Case's hallways, he's got some good fights, but his teammate dies and he's left all alone, forced to fall back to the bomb site with the final 45.
Gunner, the only player of M80 so far to strike on the board, and he's been finished off as is Hot, and now it's Diffuser to get nothing done. Baby Shark with those final 2 kills to play because they just demolished these M80 players as they walked into the building. Spiker's in the bomb site with over half of the round still to go. He gets gunned down. My, oh my, how long has it been since they've won this map, Jesse? That was That was a bad one. That is almost entirely on Bay, not Bay. It was working for Wildcard. Adrian now empty-handed. The diffuser dropped in the bomb site. Unless M80 completely bottle this, it should be over. The defenders can just close in on the defuse kit. Sorry, I forgot that Kansan just kills everybody in puzzling ways. My apologies, chat. Complete swap now as M80 was holding this B chassis part of the map and have now fallen a little bit farther back. ACOG's aplenty for these wildcard players. They can lock this one down. An astonishing result if they end up winning. It all comes down to Kansan yet again. 10 seconds. Ashen is from above. You're going to have to plant this one and see what he chooses to do. Kansan sticking through it, shot it through the wall. They know Ashen's position now, but Kansan doesn't have a choice. No way he'll be able to get this kill. He's just got to stick the landing. Ashen dropping with the shotgun through the wall. Checking those off the boxes, but gameplay has continued to steadily improve. And we are only 2 rounds in through Chalet, and it has already been quite an unpredictable affair. Spiker attempting to slingshot. I
don't think we're going to get to see the result of it. He's dead now. He can't bring those walls to come up. And they're just battling out for these fights. Not enough information. Gavin finds Baby Shark, and with over a minute 20 still on the clock, they've got 5 kills to find and just 2 bodies to use it.
Kansan on the vault in, caught by the cross. And what are you gonna do, right? 1 minute to go. They hear that diffuse kit going down. The 4 remaining players on the side of M80 just need to sit and wait. Excellent patience, a pop-up from diffuser. Maybe sit and wait's not the ultimate goal. They've got some smiles.
To just jumping through the solar window, but it does get red. There's too much util, and he's
on this team and now playing a very important operator from an information perspective. Usually you will see defenders playing very close to windows and doors. Snake counters them so well, but guess what he does?
But now a little bit more vulnerable. There is a second nitro being held by diffuser, and as they try to toss these nades in, it's actually a reposition from hot and cold. They get punished, and they're in the building.
Oh, Spiker was so close to finding safe pasture to get that diffuser down, and now it's a litany of targets, but only one can be found. M80 still with the advantage. Diffuser maybe a bit out of reach. That's the case, not the player, as diffuser guns down Adrian. Try not to be too confused. They just called their timeout, so there is potential here for them to still talk through some of this, albeit not with their coach of Lagonis, but maybe workshop it as some players. It doesn't seem like Kansan is going to give this a serious attempt. He trades, so it'll be good for this finding any success.
Yeah, struggling with it there. Gavin ended up jumping out of games as that opening death, but it's Baby Shark with a technical second, the Claymore for the first, and now the gun rings out to find Gunner. The Diffuser's position was given away long ago, and finally will be capitalized on. Baby Shark thriving in this high info environment, and it is a clean sweep.
Operator. Hot and Cold, the only player in the lobby yet to get a kill. He had a pretty weak second map from a fragging perspective. Hot and highly touted for his IGL skills, not really known for tons of kills in that role, though he can go back and forth. Nitro Cell gets dropped. First kill is onto Gavin. Now Gunner taking some damage. He's finished off. Wildcard looking so formidable outside of the building.
Another nade.
It gets better.
Oh boy. 2 players left alive now inside of M80 to try to clutch this back. Over 60 seconds to work with too. The bullets are flying, your teammates are dead. Hot and Cold, good luck. A nice swing at a big window. That's the start to a 1v5.
In that last round. So that being said, you can tell from their gameplay.
Have this, Fox, where do you fall?
Well, I don't want to say they have it, but I think just going into this
Teammate over on the tuber out. Adrian also in an aggressive spot. And around those top floor roamers, you see so much aggression from top to bottom.
Ashen will find Bay. I'm not really sure where that Denari was. Oh, Ashen's found his way in. Okay, perfect. He's up top by Piano. Might have another over by Bathroom, but he doesn't get there fast enough. What are these comms from Wildcard? Ashen was allowed to exist there for 10 plus seconds, and nobody called that one out. Electrify the garage door underneath that people don't think about, or rather, sorry, the wall underneath that people don't think about. And now you've got the Denari trips as well. This is a really precarious spot for Spiker. I don't know if he's able to make it out of here alive. No, not at all. He was getting pinched from the kitchen door and then down the matchup that I imagine has to be very, very interesting to watch, irrespective of which of these teams win. This is a quick one by M80. They've made their way into back bar. Ashen and Gunner taking no prisoners. Diffuser goes down. Wildcard will now trail by 2 players and find themselves in the worst spot possible. Down in numbers while you've lost control of the bomb site. Round is on the line. Ashen shaken off of his spot. They do manage to get 1 kill on Wildcard's side. But 1 kill over the span of 20 seconds ain't going to get the job done, Jesse, when there's still 4 other players to go. And that big window will be the greater issue. No opportunity to long arm. They all trickle in, and M80 will greet the seed here. Well, that might be the end of it for Wildcard. A vault in, Spiker's unable to stop it. Nitro Cell goes out, doesn't connect. It does some serious damage, doesn't find any casualties. Diffuser, the first one on M80 in the ground, but Spiker died shortly before that. Hot and cold on the board now, gunning down Kansan. This attack towards the kitchen side. Can also kill Adrian here, but he needs more information. He's let him slip on by. Great read. Good patience by Gunner. Could find 2. He'll do just that. But he's watched Hot and Cold die. Out will come the scanner, and he's got a read. He knows that he's being watched, so it'll just be a straight up 50-50. Are you feeling lucky? Bay is. Bay wins, breaking the run.
In that position once again, Parker. It felt like M80 had the clash dead to...
Same thing to say, but it really does go to show you why we play matches in the server and not on paper. And you get Gunner, who decides to walk in, droned in, but they haven't droned.
Third opening pick of the map, by the way. He's been very good with it, even though most of them came in that first half.
They don't expect that peak from Spiker. Memory serves. M80 still has their timeout. I wonder if they call it should they lose this round. Nitro Cell goes up. There's the team kill we talked about. At least the Nitro Cell doesn't go off. You got that, I suppose. Still tucked in the corner is Adrian. He's got coverage now from the clash as Kansan will keep him safe for the time being. Hot and cold all the while standing outside going, guys, I just gotta wait. I just gotta wait, guys. He walks right in. Off goes the head of Adrian, subtracting him from the equation. Kansan's fallen all the way back to blue. Still 45 seconds left. This will feel like an eternity for M80 and their fans. As that breach opened up, Kansan off of the shield, trying to take the engagement directly to Hot and Cold. Gavin felled. He was the target they so desired. And now it'll just be a reflex test that Kansan wins. Tie game! M80, I have not seen a lot of droning from this M80 team lately.
Oh, Parker, the information might have been there, but the shots are better for Kansan. They traded out. I mean, they keep things equal 3-3, but it does feel like the guns have just been a little bit better on this Wildcard side as of the last 45 minutes or so. Here comes a flank up from Baby Shark on the solar stairs. Big kill in a Hot and Cold. Now everything goes his direction. Adrian, another one, and Gavin left in the 1v3. It's crumbling again.
It certainly looks like 3 in a row for Wildcard in these rounds, and it'll push them to series point. An incredible turnaround for this team. They just need to find Gavin, and then the lead is theirs. They led back in round number 1, but that has been a tough spot to be in. Speaking of, this Chimney player, on cold, aggressing in this position. He's got Spiker on the run. Nades will go out to dislodge him. It's a hail of bullets. How does Wildcard come out ahead of this gunfight? Adrian there for backup with a Nitro Cell. Gavin gets one, but it's Wildcard to come out ahead. They pushed Spiker out of the position, but M80 lost both of their shields in the process.
Big fight from Gunner, equalizes the numbers. They're still in this fight. They just need to pull out their guns and take this map control. Top floor is now under theirs, Parker. They've got control above the bomb site. Diffuser was dropped by Hot and Cold. He was trying to make that space. It will have to be recovered, but they're playing with the vert so perfectly. Diffuser gets the angle on to Adrian. It leaves.
I mean, you've got Kansan needing time to be bought as he's now going for a flank. They've got 2 sets of eyes on the side of M80 watching this. The 2 best players on Wildcard are the last 2 remaining. That's a good thing to hang your hopes on. But Kansan's as good as dead here, right? Yep. They sweep through the last 2. We go all
matches. On the top floor, they're going to have to hold things down on the side of Wildcard. Ashen starting to close in. Hot and Cold with the Capital bolts, but it's Gavin who strikes first on Adrian.
Wildcard answers back with a brisk 2-piece. This seems to be a tough spot for Baby Shark. He was fighting his own demons. M80 now have reduced Wildcard to just Spiker. Kansan might be retrievable, but I don't think that'll be the focus or the captain of Wildcard. They're posted up, watching his position. 3 players from M80. Will they be able to get to him? Yes, they read him so perfectly! The run on the line, just not today. 1 minute off the clock. Wildcard hanging on for dear hope. They almost missed all those shots, but he still gets the opening pick, and it is a sigh of relief across the bench. A Wildcard. They lose Diffuser, so hold on a second.
Not too far away over towards the blue stairs. Adrian holds this though and will start to toss in some flashbangs, hoping to force movements, hoping to get some space, and Bay capitalizes, killing the anchor.
This is going so well for Wildcard. These attackers are just dominating in a flawless round, sending us all the way in all the is as important as it can be. One small misstep and you might have just cost yourself the round. The final round of this matchup.
Yeah, before he died, he shot off the bandit battery, and that could be good enough, but not if Adrian keeps this up. A nitro cell tossed out as well. It doesn't get a kill, but the guns are alive. 3 kills for Adrian. He has completely turned this game on its head.
He gets out-dueled by Ashen, still watching amidst the smoke as Hot and Cold pulls off the defuse kit, but dies in the process. The newest member of M80 will have to contend against the 4 original members of Wildcard. He'll have to watch the library window. He'll have to watch over top of garage. He'll have to watch the opening. Clash gets on the defuse kit. There's no way for Ashen to respond to this. He gets dropped, resigned as he loses it, and Wildcard
take the win. Spiker is standing by to join us now. Spiker, what a match. Dude, I mean, over here, we let out a huge sigh of relief that this thing finally had a conclusion. I can't imagine what this felt like for you guys.
Bro, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Before the game, I took 4 pages of notes from prep with the guns, because that's what we do for BO3s, because we have to play so many maps, we can't go through everything, so at least I know. But literally, I was doing stuff for 8 hours straight. I was doing stuff from 1 p.m. my time until right now.
Hey,
so I am exhausted. That was a burner. Fortress, we sucked. Cafe and Chalet, we didn't suck as much, but that was a burner.
Yeah, I mean, Fox said you guys sucked. I couldn't believe that he said that after.
I didn't say that.
It was bad.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bad.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I was the one that said it originally. Obviously, it's very lighthearted. All jokes aside, I mean, again, you guys bounced back from the first map. That obviously wasn't the showcasing that you guys know you're capable of. Second map, you guys had a great understanding. It was great through and through. Then this third map, I mean, even for yourself being the IGL in a lot of these moments, I mean, what is going through your head, and how are you able to just take each and every single one of these rounds, punch after punch, hit after hit, round after round, and then ultimately getting to that end goal of Adrian having that tremendous 3K to set you guys up for success in that last round?
Yeah, I mean, our attacks, honestly, our game plan didn't work the way we thought it was, so we kind of had to adapt mid-attack half, and that's kind of what Laguna's timeout was. We already kind of figured it out, but he just kind of, like, solidified it for us that we needed to change what we were doing. And then, I mean, the defenses, every round just felt like a burner. I don't know. Every round just felt like a burner. Like, we were just running bunker strats, trying to make them execute. They started adapting well and started doing more split stuffs on, like, kitchen especially. They were splitting top, and it was difficult for us. But, you know, it was mostly just keeping everybody calm. Like, I think through every round, I was saying, like, everybody reset, trying to keep the tones calm. Yeah. Right, in a high-intensity game like that against a very good team where every map is very close, it's easy for people to start screaming and yelling and talking too much. So, especially mid-round, I was just trying to keep people calm and composed, and you know, that was the main thing I was doing.
And I have another question before we move on to Fox with his question. In this moment as an IGL, how do you control that tempo of understanding, okay, one round you played aggressive, it worked out, then you maybe try it again the next, it doesn't, you try to slow down, and you keep fighting that battle of it working, not working. I mean, what is going through your mind in those moments to make sure that you're on top of it for the very next round, the very next obstacle to get to the end goal?
Yeah, I think it's just about like realizing what they're playing well against, the way they're playing, stuff like that. Like our first master attack, like you saw us trying to pull them game side, but Gunner stayed closet. So we were kind of like off of that. We were kind of able to tell that they weren't really going to be rotating too much. So we started kind of doing more like ISO attacks and trying to ISO certain people. And that was the kind of the adjustment we made. So that was the main thing. Just trying to ISO picks because they weren't rotating to help each other like they normally do. So yeah, that was the main thing.
Yeah, amazing. I want to know a little bit about the mind of an IGL, the mind that you have when it comes to adapting mid-round. If we just use that map like Chalet, when you guys were defending Barn Games, right, there was one round where M80 just bum rush site. Clearly, you guys are trying to adapt to what M80's doing the rounds previously. They bum rush site. What do you think of going forward, especially if you have to go back to a site like that? How are you trying to counteract that? Because if you are also adapting to what M80 just did, you know there's a possibility that they just might change it completely the next time they have to approach it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main thing is obviously you have to adjust to what they did before. That's why we ran the Goyo, that last bar defense. We didn't run that the first round, so that way we kind of took away that game's window plan, and we knew they were going to either do something top fire or have to clear. So it's just kind of about taking away the options that they were doing early in the game to force them to do something else. And so we knew once we ran the Goya and we had the Warren in sight, they probably weren't going to go for sight. So we were able to kind of move more and fight more. Obviously, we lost the round anyway, but like, you know what I mean? Like we were able to kind of,
For sure.
like, it's like a puzzle that we were able to solve based off like what they were going to do, based off the pieces we were giving them, I guess.
I'll just say something real quick. That right after that round where they rushed, Hot and Cold said something along the lines of, "Oh, if we go back there, we'll just bait it again." So does that make you feel better or worse knowing that they weren't going to go for a rush anyway that round?
I mean, whatever. I mean, they're probably. I don't expect teams to do the same thing again anyway, right? But it's about just taking the opportunity away from them if they wanted to do it again.
Well, a big win for you guys here tonight, Spiker. We will, I guess, I know you said you're very tired. You burned yourself a day off tomorrow, so we'll see you on.
Oh, we got scrims.
Okay,
we got scrims.
You've got scrims, but at least not in the
we
game.
got
You
scrims.
guys Scrim Fortress a little bit.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
don't even get me started.
Maybe
Don't
ban
even get me
Fortress,
started.
actually. Scrimmage. Just throw it away.
Thank you so much for your time, my friend. We will see you down the road. Good luck in these coming matches. Good luck with your scrims tomorrow.
All right, thank you.